I told you that making one small change in your daily routine could prevent the spread of illness to others and help decrease the antimicrobial resistance of bacteria? Hand sanitizer seems to be the go-to for many people these days for our hand hygiene needs. In fact, you see it everywhere. I brought this little guy in, so we've all seen him. And then you see these dispensers in hospitals, doctors' offices, food establishments. I also found this big gallon-sized one that I thought was nice and hefty. And then you can also purchase these pocket-sized ones that you can stick in your pocket, attach to your purse, diaper bag, backpack, and even these little ones that you can throw into your pocket. But the truth of the matter is hand sanitizer should not be replacing hand washing. The benefits for hand washing are that it kills or reduces the number of bacteria on our hands and prevents the spread of illness. It prevents bacteria from becoming antimicrobial resistant, and it also reduces the chemicals that we expose our bodies to. So first, let's discuss the purpose of hand washing. Hand washing is the mechanical removal of bacteria from our hands. So according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the lathering and scrubbing action that we do when we wash our hands actually helps lift germs off of our hands. So that way when we rinse them in water, they go right down the drain. So it's the first step in the prevention of spreading diseases, and it's very important for those who work with children, elderly, hospitalized individuals, and those with compromised immune systems. So let me explain what is happening when you wash your hands. So I got this chart off of the Washington State Department of Health website. I'm sure many of you have seen it around. You see it at food establishments, doctors' offices, hospitals, usually in restrooms. So the first step is you actually want to wet your hands under warm water. You want to make sure the water's not hot. Hot water can actually cause the bacteria to clump together and make them more difficult to remove. And you want to add soap and scrub them for a minimum of 15 seconds and rub vigorously. The vigorous rubbing is what is helping to lift the bacteria off of our hands, and it's important that you do it for a minimum of 15 seconds. There is some debate over how long we should be washing our hands, but 15 seconds seems to be a good minimum. And then you want to go ahead and rinse your hands in the same warm water, which will remove the bacteria from your hands and not kill them. So you want to dry your hands with a disposable paper towel. It's important that it's a disposable paper towel because cloth towels can actually spread disease from one person to the next. And then you want to turn your water off with a new paper, a dry paper towel. Water is a conductant for bacteria, so it actually, you can pick up more bacteria if you use the same one that you use to dry your hands when you turn off the faucet and kind of mess up all your hard work. So hand sanitizer, unlike hand washing, uses alcohols. This one's an ethyl alcohol in this particular one I have here, and it actually kills the bacteria on our hands. So the problem with this is many people think that killing bacteria would be a good thing, but it actually can leave survivor bacteria that didn't respond to the ethyl alcohol, and they can reproduce offspring that can also be predisposed to resisting the hand sanitizers. And this is the same thing that happens with antibiotics. Another downside to hand sanitizers is they often contain harmful chemicals such as triclosan and triclocarban. According to an article in the Time magazine, triclosan and triclocarban can actually have negative health effects for the individual, including more antimicrobial resistance of bacteria as well as hormonal effects. So with all this being said, are there any benefits to hand sanitizer? And yes, there is. It's not all bad. In the healthcare industry, it has actually helped prevent hospital staff from spreading disease from one patient to the next, including hospital-acquired infections, and makes it a little bit easier for staff to be able to cleanse their hands in between patients. So you want to use the hand washing method anytime your hands are visibly soiled. Any dirt, oil, or debris on your hands can actually prevent the hand sanitizer from having its full effect. You'll also want to wash your hands when you handle raw meat, after you eat, smoke, or use the restroom. In fact, it is a pet peeve of mine that here at TCC we have hand sanitizer dispensers in the bathroom. The biggest concern when you're using the restroom and then going out into the community and not washing your hands is E. coli, which is actually not killed by most hand sanitizers. So it kind of gives students a false sense of security that hand sanitizing might be an appropriate replacement for hand washing at that time. So in summary, hand washing is better than hand sanitizers because it's mechanically removing the debris from our hands and bacteria, which helps us prevent illness from spreading. Also, the hand sanitizers actually kill the bacteria on our hands, which can leave survivor bacteria, which can mutate and become resistant to antimicrobial agents. And the last reason was that it exposes our bodies to harmful chemicals such as triclosan and triclocarban. So I urge you all to practice more hand washing and less use of hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is not a replacement for hand washing. Thank you.